named Chat in there?
Hold on.
Hello, Chat.
Okay, we're not paying attention to that anymore.
Oh, we're not paying attention. You don't exist.
Okay, welcome to the live recording of Relatively Terrible.
Yeah, so shut the up.
No, they can talk all they want. No one will hear them.
Oh, there will be spoilers.
There will be spoilers.
See, possibly spoilers.
No, there will be.
Yeah, there will
But not until we get to a certain point.
This movie was shit. Not playing. I would never say that.
You wouldn't say that even if it had been true.
No, if it was bad, I would say that.
Calvin can't hide it when he dislikes something.
Okay.
You've been known to change it.
Okay. 3.
It is recording, right?
Yes.
You see the tally light. That's why we have that. 3, 2. Is this a real emotional story and a good reason to bring the Toy Story gang back? Or is it just Pixar getting ready to cash another infinity-sized check?
It's the first one. This movie was so freaking good, and it was very emotional.
I have to agree.
I wish I could say it's a cash grab, but I enjoyed it.
So good.
It was well done.
What this movie is everyone involved in Toy Story 4 and Lightyear coming together at a family event and everyone making fun of them, be like, "Did you guys see their last 2 movies? They really sucked." And then they all got together afterwards and they're like, "All right, in a couple of years we're going to come up with something that's worth making." And that is Toy Story 5.
Yes.
See, I was going to say that, like, everyone who worked on Toy Story 4 just got fired.
Fired. Yes.
Exactly. It was everyone from Toy Story
Yes.
3 worked together on 5.
The bad thing is, if that happened, I don't think another Toy Story could happen. I think a lot of those people were back.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about Toy Story 5 today on the Relatively Terrible podcast. I'm Josh.
I'm Rachel.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Jackson.
And this is Relatively Terrible. Welcome back to the Relatively Terrible podcast. We are the Uploads of Fun family, questioning culture with just enough dysfunction
I feel dysfunction.
to feel normal. I think I got that right. I think I missed something. Oh, questioning culture with comedy and just enough dysfunction
No
to feel
one cares.
I feel dysfunction.
I care.
Mm.
You don't let me tell you who you sound like right now when you say things like that. Cut. All right, 1 second. Let's see. Okay. Oh. All right, in one sentence, let's give our elevator pitch for Toy Story 5 and sell it to the internet. I'll go first.
Mm.
No, I'll go last. Go, Jackson.
Yeah.
No, I'll go first.
Oh.
It's an emotional roller coaster that I've been waiting for. Seeing the trailer made me think it was going to be garbage, and I was more than pleasantly surprised. And you should go spend your hard-earned money and see Toy Story 5, and at the end, stand up and cheer and just have a good time with your family and friends. A run-on sentence, but it was one.
It was not. Go ahead.
A modern day version of the original trilogy. It was amazing, and I'm glad I was so wrong about it at first.
Oh, God.
There we go.
Tech collide.
Really? You're the one that wanted to see this so bad.
You're the one who dragged us there.
Toys Tech Collide?
Yeah.
Okay, Rach.
That's what kind of happened, yeah.
Forget Toy Story 4.
Yep.
Toy Story 5 lives up to the original trilogy.
Yes.
All right, cut.
I never thought you would be saying that, to be honest.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were going to.
I really expected to walk out of the theater saying, it was fine.
See, my sentence is so true. We really do live in a fallen world when obsession was such garbage. Such garbage.
Hold on.
And yet Toy Story 5 actually was good.
Yeah, was real good.
Okay, we're going to go into the next. Okay, so this is one where we answer all 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Is this,
So this
are we
is
moving into spoilers
Yeah,
now?
we're moving into spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Okay, hold on.
Boy was.
Hold on. 3, 2, all at the same time. Spoiler alert. 3, 2.
Spoiler alert!
There may be spoilers from this point on.
No,
so
there will be.
Yeah, there
if
will.
you do not want to have spoilers, please leave now.
Leave.
Okay. All right. Toy Story 5. What worked? What felt recycled? And what made you say, are we really doing an iPad versus toys? Jax?
What worked was Conan O'Brien's character, and the comedy in this movie was great because it brought back the original trilogy comedy,
Yes.
where it was funny for both kids and adults. Anyone could watch this movie. I'm not ashamed to watch this movie, even though people in the other theater are watching Obsession.
Even though one of the previews was Paw Patrol.
Oh God.
So go ahead, Jack. Sorry, I had to say that.
What was the second? What's the rest of it?
What felt recycled?
What felt recycled? I mean, it is Toy Story 5. So it is another Toy Story movie. So if you're already sick of like the Toy Story franchise, like, oh, after 3, I'm done. I can understand that. And after 4, I was already sick of it. That's why when Calvin dragged us, I was like, oh, here we go. But it was a pleasant surprise, and it really brought back the trilogy very well.
Yeah.
So they
think
recycled the right things and
That's
getting
it.
rid of the garbage that was in 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And then what made you say, are we really doing an iPad versus toys?
No, I'm glad they did an iPad versus toys. That's something that needed to be addressed, but they handled it so well because in the end, they didn't completely get rid of technology, but they had a good technology real world balance.
True.
And that's what needs to be taught. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Calvin.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
What worked for me, of course, everything about this movie was just so good. But the one thing that stuck out was all the Buzz Lightyears. I thought that was gonna be kind of stupid, but then it was great, and they were like Star Command, and I was like, "That's great." And then it worked so well, and then the actual Buzz is like, "Oh yeah, Zurg is our real father."
That was a great joke.
I was like,
Hilarious.
"Yes."
He just went
Yes.
like right there, blew their minds.
And then when their drones are like, "This is flying with style," I'm like, "Yes,
Oh, that
this is
callback.
what Toy Story is, not 4. Get out of here.
yeah, 4.
This is what Toy Story
And
is.
Cal-
It's peak."
You said something so true. 4 didn't really reference any of the
Yes.
former movies. This one did. And the scene where all those Buzz Lightyears turn into drones
Oh,
and they start flying and they say that line, that's the best scene of the whole movie. It was so great.
yeah. What felt recycled? I'm gonna say nothing.
Okay.
I think nothing was recycled.
And did anything make you say, are we really doing toys versus iPad?
No, and I'm glad it didn't end with, "Oh yeah, all tech is bad."
Right.
They actually showed like the kids being mean to her getting cyberbullied, and like that would happen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That would happen, and that's just so true. And I feel like not many parents like would know that their kid is getting bullied online. Like
It's
the
true.
kid would usually hide it.
They even
Like she
showed
did.
the one thing where when Jessie first started to find out about this, she went to that house and they took her up on the roof and she saw down into all the rooms
Mhm.
where the kids are just on devices in their rooms by
Alone.
themselves. And that's how it happens.
Yep.
Rach?
Yeah, what worked for me was everything. This was a great story. And it was funny. I think that's my number one comment is this is funny.
It's
And I think
funny.
it's funny for everyone, but I do think there were a few jokes that would go completely over kids'
Sure.
heads.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah,
a couple
possible.
that were really funny. Like after he kisses Jessie and he's flying away and the Buzz tells him, stand down.
Oh,
Like
that's
Eddie,
great.
Yeah.
Eddie Soldier.
yeah,
Eddie's
Eddie's.
soldier,
That's what it was. Eddie's. That's what he said. I was like, no little kid is.
Eddie's
It didn't
great.
matter,
Yeah.
but it was very.
That was awesome.
It was very funny. I don't think anything felt recycled. What I think they did really well in this movie was they did harken back to the original movies, and there was very, very brief references to the new characters from Toy Story 4.
Yeah.
It was like Toy Story 4. It was like they were trying to reboot the franchise and almost like start over. And I think that's why it felt so disjointed and it just wasn't
The
very.
premise of 4 is just isn't
The
good.
premise wasn't good. It
Because
didn't
Little
harken
Bo
back.
Peep was so bad in 4.
Yeah, but
She really
Jessie
ruined
was
it.
a great main character.
Yes.
Her storyline was very good. You felt emotionally invested.
And how Emily named her daughter Jessie.
Yes.
I was like, yes,
So
we're
good.
discovering more of her story. And it was a callback. Like, this movie had so many callbacks, and 4 didn't. It's almost like the other 3 movies just didn't exist.
I mean, it was like 4. They were trying to do start something new, and it didn't work.
No one liked it.
No one
Well,
liked
and
it.
me
It
and
didn't
Jackson
work.
looked at each other at the one part where they're on the horses, and it's the Pizza Planet van, and we're like Pizza
okay,
Planet.
There we go. Because
Yes.
even in the 3rd movie, they referenced the pizza
Yes.
Planet truck.
Yep.
So
The other thing
Did anything make you say, why are we doing iPads versus toys?
I went into it with that attitude of like, why are we doing this? How could this story possibly play out without it just being all tech is bad and this is, and that's just not a realistic way to view things. But they did handle it really well. And the thing that I really appreciated was really ultimately it wasn't that tech was bad, it was that kids suck.
Yeah.
And that the internet
Sure.
just gives kids new ways to suck and to be mean, and do it like behind closed doors.
Yeah.
And so this movie should be a wake up call to parents. Like, it doesn't matter if your kid is on a lily pad and they don't have an actual phone in their hand yet. Cyberbullying is happening. And even if you don't want to call it that, it's just kids are mean, and it's way easier to be mean to somebody behind a screen.
Yeah.
instead of in person.
I think you're right about that. That is a very good point. This should be a wake up call to parents. I would
Yes.
say this is a more palatable and more accessible version of adolescence.
Mm,
That show on Netflix.
Yeah.
This is obviously something kids could watch too.
Yes.
They can see what's going on and what could happen because this is real.
yeah.
So
Yeah. So I thought the way that they handled it and that in the end, the toys and the tech work together.
mhm.
And so that was really cute. And like you said, it was a much more like realistic of like, let's try to have some balance here
Yeah.
as opposed to just, all bad or all good.
Because when the lily pad escaped, I was like, oh, okay, so they're gonna go in the route where all technology is bad. This is kind of stupid. But then they
Yeah.
brought the lily pad back. Okay, that's fine. And that's how that great moment with the drones came.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that was great.
Yeah.
What worked for me was, pretty much everything, but I'd say the things that helped it get far beyond anything that Toy Story 4 was trying to do was the story, the comedy, and the emotional beats. I teared up a couple times, like when she got bullied and she
Oh.
didn't want to take Jessie and Bullseye with her because of those idiot kids that were calling her a baby. I felt that. I think a lot of kids feel that. Also, when Jessie discovered that Emily had named her daughter Jessie. Oh my gosh. I had to hold back so hardcore because I knew you guys were probably looking and I was like,
I wasn't
one tear
actually-
comes out. I'm like, no!
Oh, I love that scene. I was like, yeah,
That was
this is
so
so good.
Clever.
because I was
Good
going
writing.
into it thinking there's no way they can bring the emotional beats that they did in 3.
And they did.
1 and 2 doesn't really have them for me. They're still good, but
Jessie's backstory.
3
3 was where it was at.
3 and they did some similar things. They made me feel some similar things. What felt recycled to me was, I agree with what everyone said. There's a lot of things, but they did it right.
Yeah.
They did it right.
It needed to be there. I think not hearkening back, not
Yeah.
referencing those previous movies, that's part of what made Toy Story 4 so bad.
And then I think I went into it like Rachel. Like, I saw the iPad thing and I'm like, this is a dated story already.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a necessity to have this story. and people don't like this because they don't want flaws being pointed out, and they went there.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's going to be so strong and so powerful, and that's why I think people should go see it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think especially if you have young kids, you need to see this.
There was really only one aspect of this entire movie I said, oh.
Well, hold on. We've got more
Okay.
questions. We got more questions.
Okay.
Okay, cut. We're just getting a little too lengthy on this one section, so I
that's fine.
just want to move on. We've
By the
got
way, do you know who voiced Bullseye? Like during the imagination?
No.
Alan Cummings.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I love that scene, by the way.
That
was
was
hilarious.
That was amazing.
That was really good.
Grace's imagination. Yeah.
That was funny.
All right. Okay. We have arrived at the dumbest hill. So this is where we have a dumb hill, or as some of you people on the internet call it, a hot take, and we defend it to the death. Not really, but I'll. Can I go first this time?
Sure.
I think my dumb hill would be when. So like when they have like the cold openings in the other movies, and in this one when they're playing with the toys and they go to the different style animation. I don't like the different style of animation in this one. That's one thing that I would change. I just think that in the other movies they did it a little bit better. I get it; they're trying to kind of decipher. You know what I'm talking about when she goes
I
into like,
liked it. Yeah.
Oh, like the watercolor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
like a watercolor.
I like that.
I don't
Oh,
like it.
I
like
I don't like
Oh,
it.
I didn't mind that.
I don't
I
like it.
like that.
I like it too.
That's why it's my dumb hill. I don't like it, and it's one thing that I would just want to get rid of and change and go back to the old way. Like, what was the one where I think it was Toy Story 3, where at the beginning they do the whole train route
Oh.
scene?
Yeah.
Oh,
It-
that scene is iconic.
Yeah,
So good.
in the regular animation. They didn't
Yeah.
have to change it.
Yeah.
Well, that's because it was different in a way. Actually,
It's the same thing. They're just using it. I almost wondered though, and I mean, it's Disney Pixar. I don't care like how much money they're spending. Almost wonder if it saves them a little bit of money by doing that very simplistic style. But I bet it costs more because I think it's more of a realistic style of
Mm.
animating. So they're
Yeah.
probably doing it by hand. I don't know. Rach, what's your dumb take? Or your dumb hill?
Dumb hill.
What's your dumb hill take?
I think my dumb hill is that I think in the world of animated movies, we only need Toy Story. I think most, if not all, like I could the Toy Story trilogy and now 5 are Desert Island. These are of all the animated movies that have ever been made.
Yeah.
These are the only ones you need. There are a couple other good ones.
Yeah.
But honestly, Pixar, the rest of them, the other Disney movies,
well,
like
hold on now.
Dang.
Hold on.
I know you love Up.
Hold
but-
on now.
Well, it's a dumb hill. And
This is my dumb hill though. I think
Hold on a second.
I think you
Wait.
get between Toy Story 3 and now Toy Story 5, you get the same emotional resonance that you do out of Up.
Okay.
And I think Desert Island, I don't think I need any other movies, and I would be okay with Toy Story 6 if they could match Toy Story 5's adaptation.
I agree
Yeah.
with that. I know people are gonna, if they come out with more movies, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's unnecessary. Should have been at 3." Fine.
But,
But-
then when we get new movies like that new movie Gato or whatever
yeah,
the
what the-
hell that is about the cats, and then
Yeah.
that stupid
Gato.
witch
Movie?
movie.
Gato is cat in Spanish.
I don't care.
I thought that trailer was pretty good.
No, that was stupid. And then what's that stupid witch
Hex?
movie? Hex?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get Toy Story 10 in the works
But
right
if
now.
each Toy Story movie could be like 5, 1, 2, 3, and 5,
It could go on forever.
it could go on forever, and I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what's your dumb hill take?
I guess my dumb hill is that it's up there with the original trilogy.
Oh, no,
Oh, I thought-
you're right.
I don't really have a dumb.
I thought you
hill.
were gonna say I thought you were gonna say that this is your movie of the year.
Oh yeah,
Like I heard you say
Yeah.
that it doesn't even matter about how good Spider
and
Man
I'm
is.
sorry.
This is,
I know people when Spider-Man comes out. Oh, Spider-Man! Oh, movie of the year. I don't care.
this is
It's-
it.
For me, Spider-Man is gonna be here. Toy Story 5.
No, if Daredevil's in Spider-Man, it's gonna beat Toy Story.
Not for me.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine if Daredevil was in Toy
Not
Story?
for-
Daredevil.
What if they put a Daredevil action figure in Toy Story? That's Toy Story 6. I want Daredevil.
That's not
action
gonna
figure.
happen.
How badass would that be though?
It would be cool.
Yeah,
but
I
it's not
guess,
gonna happen.
I guess that's my dumb hill. Toy Story 5 is my movie of the year.
Oh,
We're only halfway through the year. Jackson, what's your dumb
all
hill?
kids my age saying Obsession's where it's at. No, Toy Story's the shit.
You know what's funny? Obsession has made 300 mil, but Toy Story 5 is gonna make that this weekend. So,
He's right.
like, I'm not even kidding. The estimated grossing is 250.
Okay. Jax, dumb hill.
I did not like the voice actor they got for Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah,
I did not.
He
But-
barely spoke.
He
Who was
barely
it?
spoke, but when I heard him, I was like, "Hold on a second, that's not." the
but you
voice of
can't
Mr. Potato
replace
Head."
the original.
Don Rickles?
Yeah,
you
you can't replace
Don
Don
Can't
Rickles.
replace
Who
That's
was
the
it?
same-
Don Rickles.
Don
No.
Rickles
Who was it in this
No,
movie?
no one knows. It was just a.
No one knows, and I don't want to.
He
know
only
this.
had what, maybe 6 lines to
Yeah, but Mr. Potato Head, especially in the first movie, was
Yeah.
one of my favorite characters.
Speaking of the first movie, I recently noticed a joke that he did
What?
when they're having the meeting and what's the dog? What's his name?
Slinky.
Slinky.
Dog is like defending Woody. Mr. Potato Head takes off his lips and like,
Kisses his butt. Yeah.
and he's like, he's such a kiss
Yeah.
ass. So I was like, how did
Kiss
I
ass.
miss that?
See,
Oh,
and
no.
that's
Like what?
That's the humor that we got in 5 that
Yes.
we missed in 4.
Yeah.
And that's why it was so great.
and I think that's what makes these movies great is that you watch them when you're young, when you're a kid, and like it's entertaining, you enjoy the story. But then as you get older and you watch them again, you're picking up now on some of
Yeah.
the jokes and the
Can't
humor
believe I just
that you
noticed
didn't
that.
get the first time around.
Like takes off his lips and goes.
Yeah,
like
but
wow.
you can tell that when we like something in this family, we're not ashamed of it because, yeah, at the movie theater, we were in the theater watching Toy Story, but the theater right next to us was showing Obsession.
But you're right about that, and that's why that hit me so hard in that movie. And it's been a part of my life, all my life since I was a kid. Like you can't be different, no matter how much we preach it. There's still parents that teach their kids to be assholes.
Yep.
Or don't
Or that
teach them
don't
at
try
all.
to correct it.
Yeah,
They don't try to correct
it's okay
it.
to be different. Like Bonnie's out there wearing her rainbow socks and all this stuff, and she likes playing with toys, and that's why her and Blaze got along.
Yeah.
Well, and I liked at the end when those twins finally joined in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, okay, that was cool.
I was pissed about it. I was like, oh, don't invite those idiots.
But
I used a different
and-
word, but
Yeah, Blaze and Bonnie's friendship. I was like, I love that.
Yes.
That's
And
great.
yes, they got Bonnie a friend, a kid who was like her,
Mhm.
and then the toys and the tech worked together
Yeah.
to make that happen.
Oh yeah, because the lily pad was the piano in the back. I was like,
Oh, they all played together, but but they,
Yeah.
but again, it did show how tech you can start conversations and things online
yeah.
and meet people who have similar interests to you, but then you take those relationships into
The
real
world.
life.
Yeah.
And don't just have these fake friendships online where ultimately it's all just
And
empty.
that's why the Potato Head voice is really like it's a very minor thing. But when I heard his voice, I said, "Ooh, that's not what Mr. Potato Head."
You're
sounds
right. I
like."
had the same thought.
And-
I don't think that's a dumb hill. I think that's just
That's just
when
facts.
what was the first movie? 95? 95?
Yeah,
And Don
I mean-
Rickles was probably already 80 something.
Yeah,
He was very old.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
When you
that's-
get a really iconic actor, that's why you can't do up two.
Ed Asner.
Ed Asner's gone,
well,
So
yeah, and if they did make an up to, if they make a real life version up, I am going
okay.
to strangle someone
all right, moving on.
because that
Moving on.
blasphemy.
Okay. All right.
But the potato head thing, that's the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10. That it's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Okay.
Toy
For
Story
me, it's
5.
9.5.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
9.5.
Toy Story 3 is 11 out of 10. It's
It's so
freaking
That's
good.
all right. That's the only thing Toy Story 3 has over Up is the villain.
The
Lotso,
great bad guy.
Lotso is that is easily a
Well,
top
when
10
you
villain
show
of all
that-
time. That's how you know Toy Story 3 is great. When you can take a bear that smells like frickin' strawberries and make him so menacing and so great that you love him. And I love Lotso's voice too.
Yes.
That voice.
Chat.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what hell smells like. Strawberries.
Mm.
All right.
Amazing.
Why are we so primed right now for stories about toys, nostalgia, and technology competing for kids' attention?
Well, because the first one came out in 95, so then parents can show their kids the original
Yep.
and then the original trilogy.
Yeah.
And then they can go to the theater with their kids and show them that. It's for the whole family.
Oh, you missed the step where they all go outside and burn number 4.
Okay.
Honestly, thinking about it, watching Toy Story 5, you don't need to watch 4.
Yeah,
No,
just
we
skip
definitely don't.
four.
Like,
You're
you
right.
can
Skip 4.
actually skip 4. Like,
All you need to know
that's
from
crazy.
4, all you need to know from 4 is that Bo Peep comes back
And Woody
that's it.
leaves.
and Woody leaves.
He goes
That's
with
it.
her. That's it.
That's all you really
That's
need
it.
to know. And I'm glad that they took away Bo Peep's storyline
Yeah.
from Toy Story 5. Get that out of there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's why it's an experience for the family. Gets people back in the theaters, not just renting it at home.
Yeah.
It's for everyone.
Cal?
What he said.
Okay. Rachel?
This
is your movie, dude.
I think, I said the other day, I really expected to leave the theater saying it was fine.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I thought that is because I did think it was going to be a dumb storyline, but also I'm not the target audience for this
None of
movie.
us are.
None of us are the
Yeah,
target
no.
audience for this movie. I'm not a young child. I'm not a parent of a young child. And yet Jackson hit the nail on the head. Like, this is a movie for everybody.
Yeah.
And then especially for me, I was 11 in 1995 when this came out. So weird.
What?
But you're getting to a point
It's okay,
now.
she's my wife.
But you're getting to a point now where even though I am no longer the target audience for this, I still want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm still invested. We're
Yeah.
talking about a movie from I never thought in 1995 that in 2026 this would be a franchise
I'm
that
glad it is.
I would be talking about with my kids on a podcast. Like, that's so
That's crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think too, the story is relevant. Like, on
Oh,
the
yeah.
one hand, it does, I was with you. Like, this is an outdated story. We've done this. But the truth is that the internet still, it's such a huge part of our lives. And you and I, especially, are first generation parenting kids with the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the internet in our hands.
Yeah.
And so this is still, we need to be talking about this. And this movie was it was subtle, it was nuanced, it was funny. But overall, yes, parents need to be watching this. It's just, it's a really great cautionary tale, but in not a beat you over the head kind of way.
Yeah. I think we need this right now, and I think people are hungry for just good stuff. I mean, that's the best
Yeah.
way to say it. Like, good stuff, good music, good movies, good food. This is a great movie, and it does everything that the original trilogy does and more, and it handled something that's very sensitive, and people don't like to talk about their own flaws, and I think this points out a big one, not only in kids but in parents.
And anyone.
Yeah, and we're not perfect at this. I
No.
mean, I'm on my phone constantly. I try to fight it, but one thing I want to fight more, and I hate to drop this phrase, but I'm going to start dropping this phrase all the time because I love it. Fight the suck. We have to fight the suck in this world, and that is the internet. That is part of the suck. Asshole kids is part of the suck. Crappy movies like Obsession are part of the suck. I'm
Hoppers.
glad we were hop. Oh,
Oh.
God. Stop! No! We're not going down a rabbit hole. Stop!
No.
No!
I was
No!
not gonna say anything about hoppers. I was just gonna say
I was on a roll. Go ahead.
it's hard to believe that we live in a world where Toy Story 5, Masters of the Universe live action, and Obsession coexist. Like, it's like, huh?
Okay.
Mm.
That's
Back to
Gen
hoppers.
Z's take. No, I wasn't talking about hoppers, and now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
In my brain, I was just like, don't bring up hoppers. Don't bring up hoppers.
I wasn't gonna bring up hoppers. Why would I do that?
But you were talking about, how people just want good
Entertainment.
stuff.
And that's what confuses me so badly about the general audience out there, that they love Obsession. They love that extreme. But then in
But they
animated movies,
actually,
they like hoppers.
but they actually don't. They actually don't. I'm telling everyone that's watching on both of these devices right now, you are being fed lies. Go see it for yourself. If you can help it, don't even watch the trailers anymore. Go to the movies with your friends and family and enjoy these movies. Now, if you're a parent and you want to go see Obsession or something that's rated R, look at the Parents Guide on IMDb and see if there's
Seriously.
anything that you don't want your kids to see.
Lightyear.
Right. So, with that being said, because I forget what I was saying.
Fight the suck.
Yeah, fight your own family because they suck. Hold on.
By the way, there is a toy coming.
Okay, hold on. Please stop. I'm trying.
Are you gonna buy that $90?
Hold.
No.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay, Toy Story. Are you gonna fix the sequel problem? Are you gonna make? Damn it! I knew I couldn't do it. Okay. Toy Story. Are you gonna fix the sequel problem? I can't. I can't remember.
Just read it.
I can't remember.
That's fine.
No, hold on.
The sequel.
Make the 10. Okay. Toy Story 5. Are you going to fix the sequel problem? Make the tech even sillier, or are you going to cash in on some lily pad merch maybe?
Can you do 2 of like?
No, you can only do one.
Well, I think fixing the sequel problem, can that be getting rid of Toy Story 4?
You can
That's
do whatever you want. It's a podcast.
I'm fixing the sequel problem and I'm getting rid of 4.
Well,
Just mix it.
while you're doing that, I'm gonna cash in on some merch because I feel like there are 1,000 good T-shirt ideas in here, especially "Falling with Style." "Falling with Style." That's an iconic line. When they said that, I was like, "Yes, that's the nostalgia we're looking for."
Dude, just make a Buzz Lightyear drone.
Yes, that's
That's
what
not-
we're doing.
My jaw literally dropped
When that happened,
I was
that
like,
was
I was
badass.
like, I want that
That
as a
was
toy.
badass.
I want that.
That's a drone I would actually buy.
And I want it to say, what does he say?
Falling with Style.
No, that. But then what does what does he say after Jesse kisses him? What was it?
At ease, Ranger.
At ease.
At ease, Ranger.
I wanted
ease,
to
Ranger.
say that
That was
too.
great. That was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rach, what are you doing? So you
Yeah.
guys both did or you did
I did merch.
fix sequel
Fix the
problem.
sequel
Fix the
problem.
sequel. Rach, what
Yeah,
are you doing?
boy, it's gotta be. Yeah, it's gotta be merch. I mean, again, there has always been good Toy Story merch. You guys growing up had
Man.
a lot of different Toy Story toys, which again, I mean, you guys are now
Well, it's called
Teenagers.
Toy Story.
Okay, so
Right.
Jackson interrupted me. When he finally pooped on the potty, he got a Woody. The toy.
But
I just want to clarify for you sickos out there, he got the toy, okay?
Didn't you get a dinosaur? Was it Rex?
when was the first time I watched Toy Story?
When you were on the potty.
I don't know.
I want to know.
I don't know.
But
I think Jackson was pretty smart because I said it. I was like, we'll get you the Woody toy if you poop on the potty. He goes right in there and just, where's my
if
toy?
there's something I don't want to do, I might as well be compensated for it somehow. Even my how old was I?
Very young.
3.
So,
Even my 3-year-old self was like, yeah, let me get something out of this.
but you're
Sorry, Rach, go ahead.
cashing in.
I'm cashing in. Again, it's a movie based on toys. There's always been good Toy Story merch, but I feel like there was so much in this. Oh, all of those the horses. the horse dolls.
Oh yeah.
I
Oh, and how
love-
the one
Yes.
horse winked at Buzz.
That-
I love that. The like the multicolored horse with
Yeah.
the wings. I want one of those. That was
With Buzz
great.
riding on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, we need some good Funkos from this movie.
Yeah.
There's a Smarty Pants one.
Yeah.
But we need some like unique ones.
Yeah.
from
I need a
scenes.
scene. Yeah,
Yes,
a whole
the
scene.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
and the reason why Toy Story merch has always been good is because it's called
Yeah.
Toy Story. It's a movie
Yeah.
based on toys.
Yep.
You better have good toys
Yeah.
of the
You just
toys.
have to pull the stuff out of the movie and make it. And that's what they've
Seriously.
always done. So,
Yeah.
I mean, one of those Smarty Pants toys
Oh,
and having
that
it
would be
actually
fun.
talk,
Oh, if
that'd
you
be
actually made
hilarious.
one? Oh.
That would be so great. I mean, what a crazy toy that was.
Oh,
Listen,
Loved it.
I will make this very simple and wrap up this segment right here, right now. If anyone ever came to me and said, "You want to be part of some Toy Story merch?"
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah?
you'd be making money for the rest of your natural born life, and your generations beyond you are making that. That's why they continue to make Toy Story. And somebody finally got these writers in a room and said, "You guys can give us money for the rest. Just write something good." And they
Yeah.
finally did.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and rate this on a relatively terrible scale, which is relatively great, good, fine, questionable, exhausting, or relatively terrible. Jackson, start us off. Toy Story 5.
relatively great.
Really? What? Really?
Relish?
Really great. Really, it was really, really great.
Riley Auto.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Relatively great.
Okay.
And with a score of a 9.5 out of 10.
9 out of 10 for me.
It was relatively great.
What's your out of 10?
9.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time ever.
You're saying great?
Relatively great.
Yeah.
It's gotta be like a 9 for me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
really
So
I gotta see it again.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
see it again.
But
Yeah.
let's go ahead and leave our listeners with one last sentence for Toy Story 5. Who wants to start it off?
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
To infinity and beyond.
Ooh. Oh, here we
Oh,
Here
go.
we go.
Flying with style.
Falling was
No,
style.
they said flying with
Said
style.
flying with
They
style.
said flying with style in the Toy Story 5.
Oh, okay. My-
This
Flying with
is flying with style.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
it.
This
yeah, we
is
need-
Flying
We
with
gotta see
style.
it again.
Yeah.
One more time.
This is flying with style.
Nice. Raish?
Mm. I don't know what to say that and already said.
Putting too much pressure on yourself.
I guess I am. This is Toy Story 3.5.
Yeah.
Sitting here saying she doesn't know what to say and comes up with a zinger.
3.5.
Nice.
Yeah.
Forget Toy Story 4.
Mm,
Go see Toy Story 5 today.
yeah.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're done talking about Toy Story 5. What was good this week?
Seeing Toy Story 5.
Very cool. Very cool. What else? Anything good?
I got this shirt.
Nice. Nice. Got this.
At his job.
For
And you got that 50% off.
why do you why
Yeah,
That's
let's just
really
announce
great.
it. Just announce
yeah,
it.
just announce it.
I went down the rabbit hole these last couple days of all of the World Cup social media stories about all the folks from other countries enjoying the United States, and then people in the United States reacting to that. So that felt like fight the suck content to
Yeah.
me. I don't
Like-
go down many rabbit holes, but it was just very heartwarming to see a lot of folks who don't know any, all they know of the United States is what they see in the media. And so to see them come here and talk about the great food and how friendly people are, and just, how they're flabbergasted by like how all in one country there's all the different weather and just I don't know. It was just really, and then it was also heartwarming to see Americans be like, oh, maybe we're not a third world country and we need
No
to stop
kidding.
shitting on our own. Yes, we do. There are problems in this country, but it is very okay to be proud to live here and to just be proud of our culture and what we have to offer. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of good stuff on the internet, but a lot of that was good.
It's got to be good if it's getting you excited. And that's cool to see you excited about something. And I'm not being sarcastic or facetious. Like, seriously, like you were really into that.
Yeah.
I think this week, just, I always feel really blessed to be able to do what we do. And I love the relationship that our family has. And even though Obsession sucks so bad, it was so fun to like pick Jackson up at his job, go to the food court, get food, and go see the movie, and then go get food after the movie, and walk out of the theater together in a suck ass movie.
Yeah, Obsession.
Yeah.
Toy Story 5.
And then today, ordering pizza and going to see Toy Story 5 and sitting here doing this podcast, I need to sit there and, take this playback and play it to myself when I'm feeling down about dumb views on social media. It's just, it's not worth it. I think I'm trying to get to the place where I'm feeling that way because I'm not able to help everyone fight the suck like I want to. I want more people to see our stuff. And if you've known us for any amount of time, we're not trying to be rich, but we really want to do something real and do something special. So, I know we'll get there. I'm just really impatient. So, but that's all we have for Relatively Terrible. Anything else?
No. Are we seeing this again on Tuesday?
Yeah.
We'll see it again tomorrow.
Oh my God.
But we gotta see it again. I love this so much.
If we're gonna see it again, we gotta see it on a Tuesday.
Yeah, probably Tuesday.
And I bet waiting that long will be relatively terrible for you, huh?
Yep.
All right, cut. Hold on. We're going to keep the live stream going for a minute. I want to see if anyone's in there. We can maybe answer some questions.
How long was that recording for? Geez, we've probably been down here for an hour.
Okay. Is anyone still? Oh, there's 4 people watching.
Oh my goodness.
We've been recording for 42 minutes.
Oh,
Okay.
Hey, if you guys are in here and you have any questions, let us know. Oh, 5 people in here. Dang.
what's up, Trevor?
Hello.
Did you send him that picture?
Say hi if you're in the chat and you can hear us.
Kaboom, the kid.
Oh yes.
Wait, you took a picture?
Oh, the end credit scene was great.
With all the.
And then Zurg. Oh
That
man.
was good.
References like the callbacks.
Yeah.
Okay, if anyone's in here, there's 3 people. Somebody say something, or we're gonna go ahead and end this.
I want a Zerg toy. Zerg is.
When will Calvin watch Surfs Up?
Was that Bruno?
I don't
Has
know.
to be.
Who said that?
Akilla73.
Well, I actually do.
Hi,
have to
Monkey
watch.
Midnight. How you doing?
'Cause
Say
I
hi,
made-
Monkey
I made-
Midnight.
Bet with my friend, and I said if you watch all of Digital Circus, I'll watch Surfs Up.
What's Digital Circuit?
That show that I like.
Okay.
Hi,
And
Monkey
sounds-
He
Midnight.
watched it, and
Jay said Calvin loves cars.
No,
Did you guys enjoy watching the podcast live, or were you falling asleep?
no. My friends were here because they didn't want spoilers.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
cars.
fair.
Cars sucks.
I gotta
We
watch
got
it.
4 people in here now.
I don't.
What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing?
Like you knew when the one Buzz got taken by the kid.
I
you
was just
knew
about to
that
mention
was
that.
you
Comes
knew that was
back.
gonna turn out okay. You knew that Buzz was gonna be like, no, I'm good.
Wait,
Like,
wait.
AK7.
Okay.
Oh, is that Bruno?
I don't know. It's AK7.
Oh no, that's one of my viewers from Twitch.
Okay.
What's good, AK7?
Kaboom said HEWO. Ewo?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Trevor, learn to spell.
But Calvin has a crush on Sally.
Oh my
I
god.
don't think he does.
From Nightmare Before Christmas?
No,
Or
from Cars,
oh, I don't know.
but I don't.
I hope you don't have a crush on a car. On a fictional animated
Ooh,
car.
we got 6 people in here now. What's
I
up,
thought you were about to say
YouTube?
Fictional animated.
Make sure you
character.
tap that screen like
Car.
you tap that screen.
Tap your screen.
Calvin loves Darla. Oh, Kaboom loves Darla.
Yes, Kaboom loves Darla.
I
And what
think
is
I've heard
Darla
that
from?
before.
Finding Nemo.
The
girl with the
Find
bracelet.
My Nemo.
Oh, the most overrated animated movie of all time.
Finding Nemo?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't
Never
remember.
really loved. I'm telling you, all you need is Toy Story.
Seriously.
Yeah,
that's like my favorite thing ever. It's just what
I have other things I like. I really do like. I really do. But like, if I had to choose, If I had to choose Desert Island, I'm going Toy Story.
You know, everyone can see that, Cal.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what I'm doing.
Favorite superhero trilogy?
The Dark Knight.
Um,
Knight.
It's only right.
The Avengers. I don't know.
That's not a trilogy.
Rachel, what's your favorite superhero trilogy?
I don't have one.
It's not
Trilogy?
Trilogy?
one.
Calvin has a crush on Remy from Ratatouille.
Heck yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I can't get past Daredevil. Even season 2.
Trilogy?
Maybe it's just I like hating on stuff too.
Oh, what just happened? I just did green screen. Oh God.
What are some superhero trilogies?
There aren't a lot of them.
I mean, I love like the original. We need to keep going with Indiana Jones.
Oh, and Ashley from Resident Evil. Well, we got 7 people in here now.
You
What's
guys
up,
need to
people?
search up Ashley for She is so unattractive. One in the game, she's like, Leon. Like, move.
wait, Calvin, I have a very important question for you.
Yeah, I can't wait for this.
E.T. or Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones.
Oh my God!
Very different movies.
I'm sorry, but that soundtrack alone. I'm sorry.
He's not
alone.
wrong.
Alone.
I have to say, I did see E.T. as a kid, but that was not a movie that was on in my house on repeat when I was growing up. But the first and third Indiana Jones movies, yeah.
What about the second one?
Oh, we got 10 people in here now.
We did.
Oh my god!
We didn't really watch the second one that much. My parents didn't really like the second one that much.
Okay.
The third one has Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
It has
like the live.
Sean O'Connery. What? Why can't I say his name?
I don't know what his name is.
Plays his father.
Who is that?
I don't
Very
know if you
famous
know who
actor.
he is. It was very famous. So his dad is
Okay.
in the third
Oh,
one.
6, 7.
And it's
They came out with
really
the
good.
fourth and fifth one because
They're bad.
Oh, what's tomorrow, Kaboom?
I thought you.
he's seen Toy Story.
I thought you liked the
Oh.
fifth one.
No.
Oh
No.
yeah, the one that we saw in theaters.
That
and
one
the
wasn't good,
CGI.
but then there was the one that came out in 2008 when I
Crystal
was.
Skull.
Yeah, that one's bad too.
Oh yeah.
That one has some really
Six,
terrible
seven.
CGI in it as well.
6, 7.
Like on top of it being, from what I remember, a crappy story, it was 2008 and the CGI was not there yet, and they relied way.
You know
too
why
heavy
I'm
on
not the
it.
biggest fan of those movies?
Why?
Because I don't like Harrison Ford as a lead.
Oh, I love Harrison Ford.
Oh, I don't care
Maybe
for him.
Calvin are probably going to watch Digital Circus when I get home. No wonder you like Paw Patrol.
I need to watch that then. What is it about? Like, what is
It's
it?
about Paw Patrol.
No, it's about VR. Like they're all stuck in this VR world, and then
Is it animated?
yeah,
Is it anime?
no,
Okay.
Anime Fletcher?
no.
Okay.
But it's like Dad's like, "Oh, it's for 5-year-olds." Like, no.
It totally is. Hey, everyone. Thanks for coming to watch the live podcast. We appreciate y'all. I'm going to switch this. Hey, now you can see me. Hi, everybody.
That's where you get it from.
Why? How's everybody
Just-
doing?
Everything.
Well, we gotta go to Target tomorrow. We gotta go to Target.
We're not going to Target tomorrow,
We
Calvin.
gotta go to
Target's
Target.
closed.
No, we're not going to Target tomorrow.
We gotta go to Target.
Target's
If-
closed.
We can go to Target tomorrow if we can get 50 likes on this stream.
We can go to Target tomorrow if they've got a good Toy Story.
Look, I have hair now, guys.
Oh, I wonder if Box Lunch has a good Toy Story shirt.
Are you guys
Mm.
allies
Oh,
or
God.
supportive of LGBTQ plus? We're supporting
I know.
Monica.
Well,
we're supportive of
the
all
second
humans.
Oh,
So
That
they
first
they
one.
shipped it out this Monday, and it got
So-
only took like 2 days.
Yeah.
So the first one definitely got launched.
Hi, Kaboom.
Kaboom!
We need 50 likes on this stream or we can't go to Target tomorrow.
I need to edit this podcast.
You need to edit my podcast.
Good job, buddy.
I'm hungry.
yeah, I'm hungry too.
Share with Lottie, bro.
You know,
Share-
there's
what's
one
good, guys?
thing.
Yeah, Kaboom, just saying.
We need to finally sit down.
Toy Story 5
I-
is literally amazing.
No.
Don't listen to the Escape
I've seen it.
podcast because
Watch it, though.
I'm not Mr. Clean. I have.
Good job.
What is this?
you know what the Escape podcast said?
What?
They said Toy Story 5 was unfunny.
Okay, see, those guys are
They're just rage baiters.
those guys are
I
stupid.
don't understand how you watch.
Well, and then the hat guy, the guy who thinks Cars 2 is
Oh,
better
you mean-
than Up.
I mean the
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't say it.
Yeah, but he was like, "Oh yeah, you know the writing in Toy Story 5 is like the worst out of all the movies."
Wow.
that's the dude who said the first 10 minutes of Up is the best part of the whole movie. I don't trust his opinion.
Skunk Coon's
Up is
next.
very
Up
good.
is amazing.
Oh, okay. I
Up
got
is
you.
really, really good.
Like Up is in my top 10 movies.
We got 12 people in here now.
It's good.
Guys, hit the like button.
Well, I mean, each
Yeah, we need
character
50
you
likes
just
so we can go to Target.
love.
That
Love.
about that.
I feel for Carl.
That's it. Well,
Well, and there's a
Russell
reason,
is just
like the old man and young
Mike,
kid
they can hear them
trope,
better than they can hear
it
us
just
probably right now.
works.
well, and that lesson
No,
of
no, that mic, dude.
oh,
that's what the whole movie's about.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, we're gonna get out of here.
yeah.
Say goodbye.
Bye bye.
I'm hungry.
Bye.
I'm starving.
Have a great night. Thanks for watching. Peace.